Welcome back, Mr. Marcus. So please, you can share your screen. And your audio, please.
I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, I know this is a long one, so I apologize, but you know it's best to get this completed. Okay, I went through all this. I showed that you have to do baseline and milestone. You need to add these two items, right? In the Gantt bar area under bar styles. So now we want to continue creating this baseline, right? So Gantt chart formatting. Okay. Now you're gonna after you enter all this information, you want to be able to print this out nicely. Now this little bar here, this black bar here, is, you know, you need to be able to adjust this bar that's going to divide two sections, right? It divides your activity data and the Gantt bar. It divides these two sections, right? So if the bar covers any of the columns or any column, you know, that column will not appear in your printed version, right? So you want to adjust it so you can print the columns that you need to have printed, right? So you can go to File, Print, Page Setup. Here. Yeah, Page Setup. And you'll see that this page setup there, right? Okay. All right, so here's the page setup now. Page setup button. So you have page setup window, sorry. Now, just some things I'm going to show here. So fit to 1 page, pages wide. You decide how many pages wide you want this. You might have some trial and error on this. Paper size can be legal if you want. And under the legend tab, you want to click legend on none. This one here, none. If you print the legend, it just takes up too much space, so you don't want the legend, right? And then under the header tab, you can add. This is under header tab. You can add a logo if you want to, right? And you can enter the title of the project. You can adjust the font size, you know, if you want. You can use left, center, right tabs if you want, depending on where you want to position your title, right? So it's up to you. You can set all this stuff. And select your printer. If you're emailing it to a team, you might want to put it in PDF, right? And that's it, pretty much, you know, you're done. Now, you want to create what we call an activity update input form or something like this in Microsoft Excel. Now, this takes some work to enter this in Excel, but there are some macros you can do. Search on Google and you can find some macros that will help you build this more quickly. And you want to be able to put together some instructions for your team on how to update this activity update input form. So what are you going to include in this form? Okay, you want to be able to group your activities by team members. You want to be able to sort your activities in the order of completion. You want to be able to put any changes in red. So when your team updates this form, they can update, they can highlight in red the new items, right? However, if you have a macro program, it might be set up in such a way that every time a new update is entered, it will be highlighted in red automatically. And this will help you preserve your weekly updates for the project, right? And the columns for each of these projects, for this sheet, you know, you're going to have your duration, you're going to have your baseline, you're going to have your start dates, your end dates, you're going to have your baseline finish dates, and so on. And of course, these items in the screenshot that are highlighted in yellow, your team members can fill in and send them back to you every week when they update their activities, right? And of course, there's the option to expand or collapse these activities, right? Along here, right? All this stuff here. So what this shows you, what this activity shows you is, did you start an activity? Yes. Will you finish on time? Yes. Have you already finished? Yes or no. When each person, each resource enters their information about their activities into this sheet, these are the types of questions that you can help answer for your project, right? Now, this activity update form will be used to enter information into Microsoft Projects. So you should try and make the activity form in Excel look just like what you have in Microsoft Project or vice versa, right? So everything should be in the same order, which enables you to update items in Microsoft Project much more easily. So you can group these things by who is responsible. And I think, for example, who is responsible, who is responsible, who is responsible. You might do it that way if you want. And you can sort everything by the baseline start dates. And this might take you 40 minutes, maybe even an hour to do this manual updating. So you take the activity update form, you give it to your resources, they fill in the activities, you take it and you manually update Microsoft Project. And you'll do this weekly or daily, or depending on what your schedule is. After you enter all those updates, after you enter all these updates into Microsoft Project will recalculate everything. It'll do another forward pass, a backward pass. It'll check to see if end dates and start dates have changed and so on. So on the ribbon, Microsoft Project ribbon, go to Project tab, click Update Project button, select Update Work as complete through. It's this one. Select yesterday's date. That is the day, whatever today is, that's yesterday's date you have to put in. And set 0 to 100% complete for the entire project. And click OK. So what this means is Microsoft Project will do another forward and backwards pass for you. And then you can print out your Gantt chart and double check it or do a sanity check, right? Ask yourself these questions. Have end dates changed? You can compare your project, compared to the baseline Gantt chart. Is everything sliding properly? Is there anything you have to update? This will give you a thorough resource plan, essentially, right? So again, on the ribbon, Microsoft Project ribbon, click View tab, click Resource Usage button, right-click in the grids on the right of this button and uncheck Word. What I mean by that is, work. This should be highlighted, and then all you do is uncheck that one and click Cost in the drop-down menu. And if you entered your hourly rate and effort, you have a complete comprehensive resource plan, right? So this should be able to show you, this is cost all along here, right? That's what you want to have show, display. So it should give you, this should be good for cost accounting. Anyone who wants to keep track of costs, you've got this information, right? So you can break down your cost by month. You can, it gives you a pretty good budget. You have an up-to-date forecast, right? If the costs shift with your weekly updates, you'll be able to see them. This should help you to save time to produce an accurate forecast. You can detect if work is running slow or fast. You can determine if the budget will run over your planned expenses before it even happens. But most of all, this will help you sleep at night. Why? You don't have to worry unless something is really necessary. Now you can cut and paste this into Excel, and you can offer this as your baseline budget to your, if you're contracting, whoever the company that you're working for or that you're contracted to. All right, so this is your list of work, your duration, your select time, your baseline start date. With all these activities listed here in Microsoft Project, if you get a call from a contractor, and they say, well, we can't start until March the 2nd, when your schedule says that the start date is February 25th. This start date is February the 25th. But someone has called and said, oh, we can't start until March the 2nd. You've got 17 days slack here. It only takes 2 days to do the activity. So you don't need to be too worried, right? You're not going to tell them, oh, it's okay, I have 17 days slack. You don't tell them that. You say, oh, okay, I'll check the schedule. I'll get back to you, it might be a problem. You wait some time, you call them back, you say, you know what, maybe I can work it out. Maybe we don't have to worry. You don't have to panic, right? But what if an extra day is needed on the critical path? Let's see, 0 days slack, that's a critical path. 0 days slack, that's a critical path. This is another, these are all critical paths. And what if you need extra days? You don't have those extra days, but this Microsoft Project program is able to tell you all this. So this is the time that that you start to worry, right? You might have to compress the work. You might have to get more resources to complete it in a shorter time. You know, there's things you can do to make sure that the work stays on the critical path, that it doesn't get changed. Okay, so you make a copy of your project. And you basically can use that copied version to create scenarios, like what if scenarios, you know, if you want to gain information. For example, if development delays occur, you know, how does that affect the spend this year compared to next year? You can calculate out that all in Microsoft Project. You know, if a contractor replaces a resource with an expensive one midway through the project, which happens many times, you want to be able to assign a new resource to an activity with new hourly rates, you know, you can view the impact of that project. How does a change request impact your time, impact your budget? You can find this out in Microsoft Project. What if you have less access to a key resource? You know, do you need resource leveling? You can find this out in Microsoft Project. So at the end of the day, this setup helps you save time in minutes, not in days or weeks or months. And I know it took some time, and I only provided you these screenshots, but I would recommend that you take this PowerPoint and go through your Microsoft Project if you can, and try and test some of these items that I've shown you, just so you can, you know, you can get an idea of how it works before you start an actual real project. And this, of course, should help you become a better leader because you're more prepared. You've got your baseline. Microsoft Project will do the forward pass, backward pass for you. You have an eye on all the relationships in your project, right? And you're not using Microsoft Project as just sort of an embellished Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, right? It'll be a real project to calculate real deviations in start dates, end dates, durations, and so on and so forth. Being able to keep track of your resources and what have you. So like I said, this was the website that you can go to. Let me click on this and see if it will pop up. Let me see if I can share my screen with this one.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
That was a good presentation.
Thank
really
you.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to see if I can.
I guess this is a question and answer session.
Mm-hmm. Can I share? I just want to share my screen again. Just.
Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's see. Let me see what's going on here. Uh-oh. Oops. Just a moment here. I'm here, but I'm not here. Oh my heavens! What a disaster! I don't know what I'm doing here. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh, I know. Sorry. Just oh, okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So this is this website that I gave you here. You see how to enter project information in Microsoft Project. It's 2019. So this is good because they have some nice screenshots here and some of the things I talked about, like, you know, start dates here and so on. And you can go through this. You can go through this nicely as well. And you know, so it's just the same stuff I've talked about, but with different screenshots and a bit less detail. But see how to enter the work breakdown structure. That's just what we've been doing. How to enter tasks into Microsoft Project, and so on and so forth. So this is very good. This is a very good website. And I think also It also has here related items, you know, on the left here. You can see there's other links here, which is very nice. So it's a very good website. Okay. That's it. I think we are done, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Marcos. I really appreciate your time. And presentation was really good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
This point in time,
Okay.
if somebody wants to say something.
Okay.
I'm just saying thank you to Mr. Marcos.
Okay. You're welcome.
Really a very good one. Yeah, a lot of new things to learn from this presentation. I believe that when you share the slides with us, you can, you know, practice more and get used to those features.
Yeah, I know
amazing features. Yeah, that we don't even know.
Yeah, and you need to take your time to go through this. Like, you can't learn this very quickly.
Yes,
I mean, you learn bit by bit. Take the dummies.com website, take the PowerPoint presentation, go into your Microsoft project, do each step, trying to understand what you're doing. And then when it comes to the real project, you're prepared, you know.
Mr. Marcos,
yes.
Do you recommend us to use Project Libre?
You can, you know, I have it. I just have it because I just want to fool around with it. But I mean, it's expensive to use Microsoft Project unless you're working for a company that supplied it to you or you have the money to pay for it. But if you don't have the money, I would recommend, use Project Libre. It's not going to be as sophisticated as Microsoft Project, but it'll do what you need it to do, you know.
What did you call it again?
Okay.
I think.
What did you call it?
Go ahead.
Project what?
I will show you right now.
All right.
Okay.
Let me just share the screen here. I share the screen here.
Please, do you have a question to ask or experience to share?
This is Project Libre. So this is Project Libre here. This is okay. Yeah. So projectlibre.com, or you can do Open Project. I think Open Project. The only difference, Project Libre, you download it. Open Project, it's online, I think. And I think you might have to pay for Open Project. Let me see. Yeah, Open Project is online. Here it is. This is it. So, yeah. So, same thing. Okay, so,
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions?
At this point, welcome questions on sharing of professional experience.
I know this was a long one. I took an hour and a half, you know, because we did the network diagram and I had more slides. So, anyway, I think, you know, it's not easy, you know, to do the work breakdown structure. It takes half a day, maybe, you know, plus you're planning before. Network diagramming takes another, you know, half a day, and then to enter all this in. Once you do this 2, 3 times, you know, you get faster each time, more confident. So.
Okay. Any question from the audience?
Oh, Adeyemi?
Like all right. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Marcos. I really enjoyed the program. But I would like to ask a question. I've been hearing about different levels of schedule. I've seen people talking about level 1 schedule, level 2, 3, and 4. I want you to please do a kind of clarification for us as regard the types of schedule. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I think I did level 1, 2, 3 in the WBS in the first section. So I think if you have, anyway, Prince, if you have the video available, maybe.
Okay, I'll share that on the group.
Yeah, because
we also have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that one takes some time, you know, but maybe I can show you. Let me just open up. I will share just this one with you now so you see. just very quickly what it looks like. Okay. Let me share this one. Okay, so this is what we did last time, right? So this gives you, this shows you level 1. This is your project, good restaurant, you know, and then level 2 would be your subheadings, each department, right? Research, procurement, and then level 3 is everything underneath each of these sections, right? And then level 4, you could go even more, like market research, you might have some more. And in level 5, you might have subheadings inside this one, right? But most projects do up to level 3. Many of these projects. I wouldn't go deeper than level 5, or else you will complicate things. I think. Yeah. So this is what I showed here. So let me see here. So this was it, you know, level 1, level 2, level 3. I think is this what you're? I think this is what you're asking about, correct? And this, if you have a hold of the this presentation, was the first one I did a few weeks ago. Then it.
Yes, I'll share it. I'll share it on the group again.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Adenike, are you okay with that?
Yes, very well, sir. Thank you so much for this clarification. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Do you have any other questions in the audience?
If you have other questions, feel free to send them to the WeChat, not WeChat, sorry, the WhatsApp group.
WhatsApp group.
Yeah,
Yeah,
WhatsApp
sure.
group.
Okay.
I have a big, from my master's program, I have a very big project due on November 16th. So between now and November 16th, I'm extremely busy. However, if you send a question in the WhatsApp, I will try and answer it as best I can. Anytime after November 16th, I have a bit more time on my hands. But,
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Marcos.
okay.
Once again, I really appreciate your time with us. I'll continue to say, may the good Lord bless you for your time.
Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
not really easy to share experience with people free of charge.
Yeah.
But I know that God will reward you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We hope to have you more in our
Before you take the session,
PM
sir.
club. We hope to have you more in your PM club, and also as a mentor to the young people coming up in this profession. So I would say you have a lot of work to do to develop the young people coming up. So thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And thank you guys for joining us today. Our next class will be in 2 weeks' time. I will send a mail. We'll be chatting in our different places of work. If we have any issue that we need attention, we need professional hands, you can post it on the WhatsApp group. We want to build a club for project managers. We may not be to that level now, but I know that we are going there. So with experienced people like Mr. Marcos, I'm very sure he will guide us and we will be successful in this field. Thank you very much for joining us. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy, for your effort.
Yes, thank you,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
doing good.
Thank you,
Yes.
Jimmy. Thank you, Marcus.
You're welcome.
Right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay. I see someone just entered anyway, but
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. Please, if you do not, please just drop your number. If you have not done that, drop your number so that I can add you up to the group, so that we will continue our discussion on the group. We won't be sending messages to our general group again. We should have a closed group so that we don't have new people coming in. They'll be lost. Thank you very much for that.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. And yeah, hopefully, like I said, just send me the questions to the WhatsApp group if you have.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.